Welcome back everyone, it's Noah, and today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite habits, and that is cold showers. Yes, so we're going to be talking about how it's done, why you should do it, and some benefits you probably haven't heard of before. So before we get into the video, I do want to ask that you please subscribe, and if you're interested in seeing more content like this, be sure to hit that bell icon so you never miss out on a video. Now, keep watching until the end because I'm going to be sharing one bonus tip on how you can maximize your cold showers. With that said, let's dive right into number one, which is helps burn fat. So, to further explain this topic, I want to start out by explaining the difference between white fat and brown fat. So, our body produces two different types of fat, one being brown, and this is a type of fat that produces heat. And white fat is more of like an insulation. So, white fat is kind of typically what you would think of as like visible body fat, whereas brown fat has more of a thermogenic effect throughout the body. Now, stepping under some cold water is a great way to kickstart your metabolism as well, thanks to that thermogenic effect. So there was actually a 2009 study that showed how cold showers can actually activate that brown fat tissue and activate the heat thermogenic effects within the body. So basically, when you take a shower, you're basically burning fat with fat. The brown fat helps to burn the white fat, and you see it in the mirror. This is all helping your mitochondria learn how to burn fat on a cellular level. All right, number two is muscle recovery. So I remember back in high school, my coach would have us sit in like large buckets of ice to help keep our legs fresh for the race the next day. And there's actually some pretty good science behind this. So there's actually a study from 2009 that looked at how bikers who took a cold bath after a strenuous workout recovered much faster than those who did not. So this is thanks to something called vasodilation, where basically the cold water hits the muscles and right away you feel like a reduced inflammation, kind of like if you put an ice pack on like a wound or something like that, or like a bruise. And so you have this constriction of the blood vessels, and it actually tells your heart to pump more blood more efficiently. So it improves circulation that way. Increased circulation allows more oxygen to flow to the muscles to where it needs to go and help to reduce inflammation and improve muscle recovery. But along the lines of muscle recovery, there's something that's not talked about often, which is the fact that it's actually shown that cold exposure to the genitals, yes, I said genitals, actually increases testosterone. So there's good science behind this that actually shows that it not only increases sperm mobility and fertility, but it actually increases testosterone, which is involved in muscle synthesis. It's basically our body's main hormone in charge of muscle size, strength, and recovery. So keep watching until the end of the video, and I'll actually share one extra tip on how you can improve your muscle recovery as well. Number three, cognitive benefits. So if you've ever swam in like a cold lake or a cold pool, then you know how refreshing and how that wakes you up, kind of like a cup of coffee would in the morning. So this is actually thanks to something called hormesis, which is a stressor that's induced when we are exposed to things that put our body into survival mode. So it actually activates gene pathways that are involved in making our body adapt to our environment and becoming stronger and more resilient. The stress response is beneficial cognitively by helping you to become more alert, more aware, and more focused. Much like exercise, cold showers produce endorphins, which are something that are produced after a workout. These are those happy, feel-good hormones that actually increase your mental clarity and make you feel alive. Studies show how cold showers can improve memory by increasing what's known as norepinephrine. Norepinephrine is a neurotransmitter that's important in memory, motivation, and intellect. Now, going back to the increased circulation we talked about with number two in muscle recovery, you're actually increasing circulation to the brain, which is also going to help with memory and increasing cognition. And cold showers are really great for increasing awareness because, trust me, when you're in that cold shower, it's hard to think about anything else. Number four, boosts the immune system. So this goes back to that hormetic stress response we talked about before and how this can actually improve your body's resilience to the environment. This can be proven if we think about native people who live in colder climates. Their bodies have actually adapted to the environment and they don't get as sick as often. It really shows that our bodies are a lot more powerful and tough than we give them credit for. So studies have shown how cold showers can actually improve endogenous antioxidant production in important antioxidants like glutathione, which is one of the most powerful ways to detoxify your body, as well as it has the ability to increase and proliferate the number of immune cells within the body. Another study involving hundreds of patients showed how over the course of 90 days, taking cold showers decreased the number of sick days by up to 25%. So it might seem counterintuitive to expose your body to cold to become more resilient to cold, but again, this goes back to that hormetic stress response and the body's ability to reach a level of equilibrium. Basically, what doesn't kill you literally makes you stronger. Number 5, emotional benefits. So again, going back to that hormetic stress response, this activates gene pathways that are not only going to benefit us physically, but emotionally as well. So for an example, I want to describe a story. So let's say that there were 2 different people, one of which was able to live in hot or cold climates, and the other person was only able to live in hot climates. Now, the hot climate person would be afraid of cold climates for fear of dying. Meanwhile, the other person could adapt to either situation. In this way, cold showers help us to adapt to our environment and help us to adapt to stressful situations because we're so used to the shock of getting in a cold shower. Getting yourself to get under that cold water takes a lot of concerted effort, and in doing so, you increase your willpower. Now, when you successfully get into the cold shower, which I hope you do, and you successfully take a cold shower, it makes you feel like you just won the day, and it increases your confidence as a result. Each time we do something that's hard, it pushes us outside of our comfort zone and helps us reach our higher selves. It does this by changing what are known as epigenetics. And epigenetics basically control how our genetics, our genes, are actually activated. So basically with epigenetics, when you take a cold shower, you're activating genes that are going to help you in more stressful situations. So this is basically training yourself to be able to handle more circumstances in more different environments. So if you're feeling complacent in life, there's nothing more motivating than a cold shower. All right, so we're going to be talking about how it's done. So for most people, I recommend starting easy and working their way up over time. For most people, I see it time and time again, it's hard to set the bar so high and maintain it for more than a couple days. So take even just 20 seconds at the end of your warm shower to turn it to cold and make yourself feel the burn. It's not about taking the longest shower, it's actually just about successfully doing it. Personally, I take a warm shower in the morning and then I finish with like maybe a minute or 2 of cold, and then I take a warm shower at night. It's easy to get stuck in the cold shower trap because humans have this nature of thinking that if something's good for us, then more must be better, myself included. More often than not, this is just not true. I know for me, I got to the point where I was so habitual with cold showers that I literally didn't take a warm shower for 6 months. I only took cold showers for 6 months straight. It was like after a month or so, I knew I could take cold showers, but my brain had the idea that taking a warm shower would be bad because I learned all the benefits of taking cold showers. But again, that's not the truth. The truth is you're allowed to do whatever you want. And if you want to take a warm shower at night to help yourself go to sleep, take a warm shower. Don't hold yourself to this standard of only cold showers. I remember there'd be times where I'd get home at like 11 o'clock at night and I'd take a cold shower to wash myself off, and I'd be up until like 2 or 3 in the morning. So just keep in mind, it's hard to fall asleep after you take a cold shower. So like I said, I recommend taking a cold shower in the morning and a warm shower at night. All right, so a bonus tip I have for you all is going to go back to the muscle recovery benefits we talked about earlier. So we know that taking cold showers has an effect known as vasodilation, where it constricts blood flow and it tells the heart to pump blood more efficiently to the muscles, increasing circulation. But a little known tip to take advantage of this is to alternate between hot and cold. In this way, you are constricting blood flow, then allowing it to release rapidly, allowing for the utmost circulation to occur. So after a workout, try to alternate between hot water and cold water. Do like a minute of hot, a minute of cold, and then do a couple rounds of that and see for yourself how much your muscles will thank you. Better yet, sitting in a sauna is a great way to not only get that warm vasodilation, as well as getting the benefits of sitting in a sauna. That reminds me, if you loved watching this video and learning about the top 5 benefits of cold showers that you probably haven't heard of, then make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon below, because I'm going to be releasing a video talking about my top 5 favorite sauna benefits you probably haven't heard of. As always, I'm Noah, and keep it locked into my channel.